Stub zones are a new feature in Windows 2003 DNS. Let's take a look at how to set one of those up. So you open up the DNS console, and let's say we've got a forward lookup zone here for xyz.com, and this is a primary or Active Directory integrated copy of our xyz.com information. If you want to set up a stub zone, then on another server, so we'll set up another server here, connect to computer 1. My analogy for stub zones is that a stub zone is like a secondary zone. And in fact, I'm going to delete this copy of xyz.com. That was a secondary. We deleted that. And so now on our first server, we have the primary for xyz.com. On our second server, we do not have a copy of xyz.com information. Now, when you create a stub zone, you just right-click forward lookup zone, say new zone, and select stub zone. Now, when you select stub zone, again, my analogy is it's like a secondary zone, except the only records are records for the DNS servers. And it tells you that right here in the wizard. You do have the option to store that in Active Directory or not. Let's say not. And what stub zone are we setting up here? We're setting up a stub zone for xyz.com. New file name. And where is the master server for this? So again, it's very much like setting up a secondary copy of a zone. So the master server is our first server, and that finishes off the wizard. Now for our xyz.com stub zone here, we're getting just the records for the DNS servers. So back on our first server, let's take a look at the xyz.com zone. You'll notice we have a bunch of records here. We've got 6 records. 3 of them are DNS server records. So SOA and NS records, and the other 3 are not for our DNS servers. So on the stub zone, the second copy, notice we only have the DNS server records.